All right, today on Taking That Aim, we're going to cover what a lot of people don't like to practice very much. Putting. I've got a couple of drills, a couple of games, if you will, that you can play with yourself on a putting green with minimal equipment required. And let's face it, putting is the most important part of a round of golf. You may swing a driver 14 times. You're going to putt the ball. You want to putt it less than 30, between 25 and 30, but chances are you're going to putt the ball between 30 and 40 times around. So you better be really good with it. The better you are with the putter, the better you're going to score. The better you score, the more you're going to enjoy the game.
All right, so would we call this more of a game that you're playing with yourself, or is this a drill?
This is a drill. The two tees I have here, I use as sort of a modified gate drill. Most times when you see the gate drill, the two tees are further up and you put the ball through it from a distance back. But mine really works on the maintaining of a putter's path. So you have the tees just outside of the edges of your putter, so you can make it through consistently, but not so far out that you're playing change. And this is just to make sure your plane is on course.
What is the purpose of the tee that appears to be about a foot behind the hole?
Distance control. While you're working on your path, you also are working on distance control, making sure you don't get it past that tee.
All right, well, let's see what happens. Now, as you're doing this, are you working on primarily path, and if it goes in, great, or is it path and then speed, or are you working speed and then path? Is there an order that you're working on?
I would say I'm focusing more on the path, because if I get my path right, then I'll usually have my distance control right, because I will thought through how far I need to take it back, and I'll be focusing on the direction it's going. So it's sort of, for me at least, it goes sort of hand in hand. Right there, I got lucky. I caught the toe of my putter on the tee. So that means my path came a little out.
Now, we mentioned that at the start, this was about 6 feet away from the hole. Do you always do this distance, or will you, depending on how you felt you played the round before, move it more in or further out?
I would say it's usually about from this distance. I don't do a whole lot from 3 feet. I don't do it from 20 feet. I think this is a good solid distance, because these are the putts I find myself having most often, whether they be for birdie or to save a par, to keep around together. 6 feet just seems to be a common distance for me.
All right, now if the gate was more of a drill, this to me is more of a game that you can play with yourself. Probably you've seen this done a lot. This is called Around the World. In this case, we've taken 4 balls and put them about 3 feet from the hole. Of course, the object of the game is to knock one in, move to the next one, knock the other one in. But the way the game works is, if you don't make them, you've got to go back to the start.
Right.
And you can't move on to another distance until you've made all 4.
Right.
All right, so there you have it, a couple of putting drills or putting games to help improve your short game. I really like the gate drill a lot. I think you can even start it in closer at 3 feet, make several putts, and then back it up to about 6 feet. Path is so important. And then Around the World is just a game. It's a mental game that you can play with yourself. Once you make those 4, 5, 6 putts in a circle, move that circle back, you make 4, 5, and 6. You can haunt yourself trying to make as many putts in a row as you can. But let's face it, you can't make too many putts in practice, because you are going to have more putts than anything else in a round of golf. And the better putter you are, the better you're going to score.